What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the Friday Night SmackDown review on March 7, 2025 for you all today. And man, that was I felt like an eternity watching Friday Night SmackDown for 3 hours, but it was all worth it because we saw some very interesting elements like following what's it called Elimination Chamber this last Saturday, and we finally got the reveal, like if Naomi was she the attacker or not, which that was revealed, which Jay Cargill was definitely not happy when she found out like about this, like just about like that's right after hearing like the revelation like a few minutes later, I guess you could say. But anyways, and we also got Cody Rhodes, was on the promo, and definitely not happy about what John Cena did. Clearly not. And he expressed that from start to finish on his promo. And also we got a couple of matches, including the men's and women's mid card championship matches, which they deserve the top two spots. And I was like, it's about time we finally seen these two matches, which I understand why the delay was this week instead of last week. But I'll say at least they made it up for this week. And we saw what it needed to be. We also saw a surprising return of a SmackDown star we haven't seen in the past few months, and we also got everything ready for next week's SmackDown for Barcelona, Spain. With a couple matches that's going to be on there, and with WrestleMania around the corner, they're continuing to have everything built like what's going to be happening at the biggest showcase event of the year. And I see what Triple H is doing. They're trying to make it even-handed, even-handed, which not one hand it's not like the cards are probably not going to be so much, but on the other hand it's not going to be very little at the same time. It's going to be appropriate amount of matches that's going to be on the card, which is probably the minimum's about probably 6 or 7 to 8 or 9 is the max, and on each night, which that should be perfect for the show of shows. But yeah, I can't wait when they go to their European tour, which is going to start next Friday on SmackDown. But let me know in the comments below about for those that watched this SmackDown, and do you think this was your cup of tea of an episode, or was it not quite, and it could have been better in your take on two things? But this is where we got That's where we got wrestlers like Braun Strowman and Solo Sikoa getting into the building, along with Chelsea Green and what's her name? Chelsea Green and Michin, and even what's his name? L.A. and Shinsuke Nakamura as well, and so many other talent, except for Drew McIntyre just came out of nowhere, attacks Damian Priest, I believe, by Claymore kicking him right into the middle of the hallway in the backstage area. This is where we also got Randy Orton heading out to the ring. This is where then he addressed what happened. But before I get into that, we also saw on the post-show episode of Monday Night Raw, which they would keep hyping things up about John Cena turning heel, which that's something that anybody was not expecting. And also, they were doing it in different ways, with them, showing, with the YouTubers, including, ISO Speed's reaction and everybody else that was doing a live stream of the event, and also, and people in the international market, in Germany and Brazil and Korea, and what's the other country that they? Oh, France, all those. All those vloggers that watch today react to it what the hell just happened? If they're a independent commentary version of Michael Cole, I guess you could say, spectating this on watching it on their respective streaming services, which people in the international market watch it on Netflix, while people like us in America watch it on Peacock. But anyways. Let's get into the show. But yeah, but this time they showed an extra time because they totally are going all out with this heel turn that John Cena did with them like that he did on Cody Rhodes and joined The Rock. But yeah, this is where we got Randy Orton then came out. This is where then he addressed like his return and also like his reaction on what just happened with his like one of his longtime best friends, John Cena, just went to the dark side, like and joined The Rock, which we got Randy Orton, I believe, start off with where the fans start chanting Randy Orton's name. Like this was like, oh yeah, he was like yeah, John Cena has always been right on top of this profession, like in this business, and then this is where the fans like if it was if you and there were probably fans were probably if Randy, if you weren't giving out your opinions about the matter, we'll be asking why you're bringing up his name, which yeah, that's fair enough. But it's where yeah, but they know Randy Orton just trying to make a point of what he thought about what just happened this past Saturday when he made his return. This is where Randy Orton's like I guess this is where The Rock this is where Randy Orton kind of roasted both his longtime friend Cena and his a longtime rival and friend Cena and the final boss, The Rock, by saying, yeah, I guess they gave the term rock bottom a new meaning, huh? Like, am I right? Fans are applauding to me. He's like, doesn't it, John, with a big smirk? It's Randy Orton's like, I might grasp, like, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, like in Philadelphia, which that they were located tonight, which I'm trying to be nice because, like, since, like, it's not the worst city of the United States, it's actually the city of brotherly love, even though I don't feel no love in that city, considering what their football team did at the beginning of February. But anyways, let's Randy Orton's like yeah, I bring up something like he's the few friends I had in the business, which he explains that's the reason why he did other reason why he and that's where the Randy Orton said like he actually have a lot of things in common. Like he's actually one of my short friends here in the business. And there's another and then the other wrestler that's on that short list is another backstabber that I know very well, and that his name is Kevin Owens. And this is where they start name. And he's like, and this is where Kevin Owens he thought yeah, we both had our fair share of going into the deep end, crossing the line, trying to push the envelope time and time again, but always trying to get the job. Like it's always in the name of business. And guys like Kevin Owens, the wrestler, I absolutely respect. Of course, and this is where Randy Orton continues. I love and appreciate the story how he got here in this business in WWE. And then he busted his ass to get to this company. That's quite very admirable. You could say I admire Kevin Owens's wrestling abilities. And he's like, but Kevin Owens is the man though. However, well, I have a problem with him. And it is where then he continued on the promo after slowly stepping out of his microphone. This is where he's and I can tell you there's a small quote out there I'm trying to deliver it here as debatable as possible. And that is never underestimate a jealous man abilities and to destroy another man which I 100% acknowledge that. And if you ask me, again, if you ask me, Kevin Owens, in that description, that is him, with a capital T of the 100% mark. Kevin Owens, range, of jealousy and disappointment. And let's look at Cody Rhodes for an example. He dropped him right on his hand with that pile driver at Saturday Night's main event. And again. And then this was and Kevin, if he was here tonight, he would tell you all about him trying to end his career. And I was surprised. We're speaking of the prize fighter. Where did he is that? Maybe Nicholas the Ridiculous gave him the night off, which that sounds completely ridiculous. But anyways, this is where we got Randy Orton. Yeah, Cody simply chose one as a tag team, but that's not the reason why Kevin Owens tried to end Cody's career, because Kevin Owens was just a jealous Jerry, of the championship gold that's around Cody's waist. And it is where then it is where Randy was another guy Sami Zayn And this was like they fought tooth and nail like with each other, like far before, like years before they even joined WWE. Like he was like back and forth, like but it all comes in full circle. Like it always come friends again. And then this is where then he continue out with a halfway breath running out. This is where then he continue, Howard. So, yeah, Kevin try to attempt to drop Sammy in his head for the second time, but this time right in the concrete. Like it ran Kevin, I'm gonna have you believe, because that Sammy simply like helped Roman Reigns to his feet at the Royal Rumble, and not him. And again, and not him like at that same event, but like for this WWE Championship, of course, we all know of. And this where then Randy Orton then stated like saying that Kevin Owens tried to end the career of Sammy as well, just like he did to his best friend Cody Rhodes. And then this where then, and this where like yeah, like and this where the. And this way, like he got dropped in his head, like the Raw after that. And that short list on that top list that Kevin Owens was on, like he was my friend at one hand, and he dropped. And like and I just know all about that pile driver maneuver because he dropped me on my head as well with that same maneuver. Like that's why I haven't been out for a few months. And then by the way, that's the most illegal move that as long as I've been here in this company, which it has. Like well, maybe like it's been for a long while for like a few years before he got there, like probably since like 98, 99, was it? Because he got there in 02. Well, that's when at least he made his debut at that time. But he did make short appearances, like whether if it's like an extra or enhancement talent back in 2000 and 2001. But that's far from the point. But anyways, where we got this is where Randy Orton That's where Randy Orton said when it also explained like what happened last week in the chamber with him all hyped up. He was like when he tried to pile drove Sammy's head right into the concrete floor in the bottom corner. Like that's where I came out and stopped him, came for the save, RKO'd him, and that's where these voices in my head then told me to continue, which I was shocked that he still hear voices in his head, even though it's been a little while. He mentioned this, like probably almost a year. Like when he used that like as his gimmick, like he usually do from the past 15 years. But like he said, like these voices are coming back, like something I haven't heard it like in over like a decade and a half. And that's where he was referring to about the punt kick what they Kevin Owens right in the head, but he got stopped by the security and the staff. He was like. And then Randy Orton's like, yeah, and I like every single bit of it. Like Randy Orton, like you know what, and then he's like, and that was the voices talking to me again. Like if it's his verse on the song, like of voices, like they talk to him because that's basically what his gimmick is. Which I think that should still be his theme song. Even though at first Randy Orton did not like the theme song, but he just. But the reason why he kept it like for so long and kept the song completely is because because it fits his character very well. Like if him playing this, I'll say sadistic, psychotic character, whether if he's a face or a heel, it just works perfectly in this gimmick. But it's Randy Orton's like, yeah, I'm about to hit him. And this is where the Randy Orton's like, I was just inches away from kicking him right in the head so far, like to the point, like, yeah, I bet his family members wouldn't recognize like who the hell he is by looking at him in his face. And it is where what he. And it's where Randy Orton continue saying, and listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen, ladies, and listen, Kevin Owens, when I clearly, when I slowly say, when I say, matter of fact, not just you guys, WWE Universe and Kevin Owens, but everybody in the world, like even everybody watching at home, like everybody to say, like I'm going to prove that at your order, like that Pat McAfee is going to be the only second greatest punter in WWE after flickering the microphone back to end his promo, which I'll say that's a good line because I believe Pat McAfee kind of have his own version of the punt kick, but only difference is he kicks his opponent right in the gut rather than the head, which that's the best line that Randy Orton just cut. And I'm not sure if I should give him the Golden Trophy of Goofy Wrestling of comparing Pat McAfee doing a punt kick just like when he does it, but the difference is he does it right into the head. And I'll say, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a secret of my character on 2K24, if y'all don't know already, like if you didn't download them on Creation Community. Like like he, like his one of his signature moves out of the 5 or punt kick. Like, and yeah, and I'm probably the third, if not the second best, like next to Pat McAfee of doing a punt kick, because Randy Orton is the best and probably the greatest punter in WWE. And that's probably the reason why your boy SNA started doing the punt kick. At first, when I started playing WWE games with my character, I made that as my finisher. But since I have plenty of other finishing maneuvers, like up to like 5, I just decided to keep that as my signature next to like the springboard flip, step up Gary tornado DDT, and the springboard crossbody as well. But anyways, this is where we got they showed earlier that, and it was we got Tiffany Stratton was talking to Nicholas the Ridiculous until she got interrupted by the other SmackDown Women's Champ, which is the mid-card champion which is of the United States, and that is Chelsea Green. Before I get into that, I want to say that I see that WWE is definitely looking forward of having Randy Orton return the punt kick maneuver, like when he faces Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, which I think this is the perfect time to do so. Like, this is the best. This is the best way to lead things up. And do you think you'll finally do the punt kick, like maybe at the showcase event? Let me know in the comments. Let's hope that'll be the case. But let me know, either way, like, what's your opinion on the matter? But this is where we got Tiffany Stratton was discussing things to Nicholas the Ridiculous. And speaking of saying his name, this is what even Chelsea started calling him, like, oh, Nicholas, or something like that. Yeah, this is where she was like, and she was like, it's where then she's like, "How dare you put me in the title match in a street fight?" And then this is where Tiffany Stratton like, excuse me, like Chelsea, like me and Nick here were just discussing something here. So, what's your turn? Like everybody else, and that's where then what's her name? Chelsea Green started pointing out something that was not really logical, like just nothing but a meaningless theory, like if you can put it in that direction. It's where she's like, you're just discussing your consequential actions, like of ruining my Canadian homecoming. Like it was you bullying me into a mess, and now you letting and now you, Nicholas the Ridiculous, like are bullying, letting me bully me to give her a title match that she does not deserve, by the way. And this is what that is another about discrimination. I know my rights, and this is what and it's. That sounds very ridiculous, no pun intended, like for her to say something like that, because like what's her rights, like when there's nothing discriminating against her. If that was the case, there would be given unfair opportunities with all kinds of Canadian female or male wrestlers, no matter what their genders are or what's their no matter what, basically. But there's nothing discriminating against her. But it's where Tiffany Stratton. It is where then Tiffany Stratton starts sounding like a police officer by saying Chelsea, please do me a favor and remain silent for the sake of us. And this is where Piper Niven was like, will you shut up? And this is where Tiffany Stratton was like, no, how about you shut up? Like, as a matter of fact, how about I make you shut up? Karen's assistant. This is where the Chelsea Green's like, no. This is where the Chelsea Green claims that Piper works for her. She's like, no, she cannot do that. Like, she don't take orders from me. She take orders from me. This is where Nicholas the Ridiculous, all this was like, no, like she don't work for you. Like, no, she actually works for WWE, and so wherever that us management says goes. And then this is where then he made it official, which that was the matchup next. And this is where then Chelsea Green was scolding both Piper and Nicholas the Ridiculous, like for this to even happen, which she should have just kept her mouth shut and not let the general manager outsmarted her. But this is where we end up getting the match. And let me tell you, this was not probably in the top 2 list, like the men's and women's mid card matches, like between Chelsea Green taking on Michin and LA Knight Hal taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. But it still was a match that deserved probably the bronze trophy of the night. Like with Tiffany Stratton is definitely over, and we're going to be talking about that more after I recap what exactly happened and start things up. This is where we got This is where we got started with Piper Niven trying to go for a headlock. This is where she tried to Irish whip into the left side. I mean, this is where Tiffany Stratton going to go for a springboard into a backflip, which was a big mistake from the Scottish Bulldozer. This is where Tiffany Stratton was like, "Come on, like we don't have all night." And this is where then, like, even though we got like 3 hours, but still like if you don't wait longer, then those 3 hours could easily be used up. Like comparing like Piper Niven as a snail. This is where she tried to go over headlock, but this is where she tried to slam her to the ground, but she ends up getting dipped right to the top corner side to the bottom. Like, and this is where Piper Niven hit the shoulder tackle on to Tiffy. This is where then Piper Niven's like, yeah, it's not no longer Tiffy time. It's Pipey time. This is where this is where Tiffany does like. First of all, that does not make any sense. This is where did she corrected her saying it's always Tiffy time by going for a foot stop with Piper Niven sitting down in the snapmare position. Then we got the Buff Barbie. Then go for a springboard swanton in the ring like if it's WWE 2K24. This is where we got Tiffany Stratton then try to go for a pin, but unfortunately we got Piper Niven then kicking out. Then she went right to the upper right corner side. Then Tiffany's trying to go for a cartwheel flip into a backflip. Try to go for the back elbow right into Piper, right into the upper right corner side. But she ends up getting German suplex by the Scottish Bulldozer. This is where we got this is where Piper Niven then try to go for a cannonball right off the right corner apron. That's where she knocks down the center of the universe. Is where we got the powerful force in all of pro wrestling, which is the commercial break. But once they got done with the adverts, well, like once Piper Niven tried to fight back, still continued their offensive side. That's where we got Tiffany Stratton was making a huge comeback. Yeah, because maybe partially because of the powerful force. I don't know, but this is where she goes for a cartwheel backflip maneuver right to the corner, but this time on the opposite side, in the bottom right side. This is where she hits the elbow, which was a guarantee, by the way. This is where then she hits the snapmare flying dropkick maneuver, which it was the second straight time, which was she must have found a double whammy card in the top corner side of the ring. This is where she tried to go for a pin. It wasn't guaranteed enough to get her a 3 at this time, which only got her like a 2.7. Tiffany Stratton's like, okay, go figure that was not gonna happen. But this is where she's like, that's not gonna stop me from winning. This is where we got Piper Niven start spearing Tiffany Stratton right to the bottom right corner side. Then we got Piper Niven try to go for a splash. Tiffy didn't move out of the way smartly. This is where she slams Piper back first right onto the canvas. This is where we got Tiffany Stratton going up right up into the top turnbuckle in the bottom right. This is where Tiffany Stratton then go for a swanton, just landing neatly right on the Piper's midsection. Try to go for a pin, but it's where she got a 1 and a 2, but Piper ends up kicking out at 2.2. That's where then Tiffy was like, oh, come on, like not the signature. This is where Piper Niven did spine busters her when she was running to the left corner side. But once Piper Niven tried to go for a cover, but this is where we got Tiffany kicked out of it right at a 2.8. But that's where then we got Piper Niven was like, okay, like let's like I got an idea. How about we do a flying maneuver going up in the top rope, which if my father saw this, like you would probably say that probably would have been a dumb idea, and he wouldn't be lying. But this is where we got Tiffany Stratton move right out of the way, hits the prettiest moonsault right onto the Bulldozer, gets the 1, 2, 3 very easily. With this contest was probably lasted for like 10 minutes, if not 15. But it's where this soonly ended, like unfortunately in 5 seconds, because Charlotte Flair comes from behind, hits the chop block right onto Tiffany's left knee. This is where then she was like, huh? Like, you think it's Tiffy time every day? Like, let's see if you can still think so. Like by the time our match is over, when she gave a little preview by hitting the figure 8 right onto Tiffany to the point that she made her tap out. She was like, let go, like you're not in the match. And this is where the referees were trying to remind the Queen of Flares that, like, we have 4 of them, as a matter of fact, we're trying to remind. And I was like, if this was the go-home show, I would assume that Charlotte Flair may not win, like, given this message, like, because like the way she attacked her and hit the figure eight onto her, like, but we still got weeks away until WrestleMania in the month, so it could be anybody's game at this point. But let me know in the comment section right down below. Do you think it will be Charlotte Flair, or do you think it will be Tiffany Stratton will walk out of Las Vegas as the women's champion? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next news. I mean, not news. I mean, the next segment. This is where we got Nicholas the Ridiculous start giving out like how this tag team division has been so competitively interesting. Like for everybody that's been watching for the last 6 months. And this is where they showed it all started with the Motor City Machine Guns winning the tag titles from the Tongans, and then like they and it's like, and then like it's like, and then like in which it all started with the Motor City Machine Guns. They started their journey as tag team champion by defeating DIY in the semifinals, and then this is where or was it the finals? Yeah, it was the finals actually. And then this is where they got into a feud, which the DIY eventually turned heel. Then they went from them to the Street Profits by being the ones that attacked them, and then they framed Los Garza and making Pretty Deadly to cover their ends. But this is where it ends up Pretty Deadly wants a shot because they did them a favor to make sure that they were safe out, but it ends up being leaked anyways. But that's what it's like, and then went back to the circle to the Motor City Machine Guns, and then now like we got all 5 of these teams, like which the Motor City Machine Guns were so close of winning, only for the Profits to come back at a month ago at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and like and that's what basically what made it chaotic. Like, and yeah, you know how Super Ninja Austin loves chaos in professional wrestling, just like his boy Simon Miller, because he's the Shadow Hedgehog of the IWC, just like how Simon's the Dr. Robotnik of the IWC. Because we're those guys that love wrestling chaos. We love the competition of what any wrestling company is doing right now. Well, at least the companies that are have the most popularity, including WWE and that other company that I'm probably not going to be talking about until tomorrow. But anyways, but let's get to the point. Like we got the WWE Tag Team Championship number one contender triple threat match, which should feature the Motor City Machine Guns, Los Garza, and the Pretty Deadly. Like to see whoever wins gets a shot at Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano's tag team championships. But let's get started like with who was it? I think it was I believe it was Chris Sabin and what's his name? Angel Garza. Oh no, it was no Angel Garza. It was what's his name? It was Kit Wilson of Pretty Deadly. It's where then he ends up tagging himself in the match once Chris Sabin was going at it with Kit Wilson. This is where we got what's his name? Angel Garza. I tagged you in when he ran right through the corner, right into the right, or was it the bottom side? I've totally forgot. But this is where he's like, all right, like you go now, like you, like I got this. But this is where he ends up getting missile drop kick by Kit Wilson. This is where then we got this is where Chris Sabin's like, all right, like you told me to stay out of this, like until at this time, like so that's what I'm gonna do. This is where he put his hands up to make sure that he's not, he don't have nothing on him, like he's just innocent as anybody can be. This is where Angel Garza hits a drop kick, rips off his pants. This is where we got, what's his name? This is where he gets tagged. This is where he ends up getting tagged in by what's his name? Alex Shelley, was it, or was it Chris Sabin? I think it was Alex Shelley. This is where Angel Garza like, well, and this is where then we got Angel Garza like, since you tagged in my cousin, like how about I tag you in, kid? This is where it started to a huge argument, which it led into a physicality of an altercation. I meant to say it's where it was like if they start fighting each other, look like if it was like a typhoon tag match, like which. I'll say which that's probably the better way to put it, like if you're going to replace Tornado into it. But it's where we got Motor City Machine Gun try to clothesline Pretty Deadly right to the right corner side. But this is where they end up getting double booted right into the face by the former NXT Tag Team Champions. This is where they try to close on the left side, but luckily Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley dodges out of Prince and Wilson's attack. This is where we got those guards have booted them out of the ring, like when they were trying to do it to the Motor City Machine Guns, but they ended up missing them because they dug. This is where we got Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza go for a drop kick right up to the midsection. This is where we got This is where we got Angel Garza going for leaping, what they call lift up from his cousin Roberto, drop kick right onto the tag teams of the Motor City Machine Guns. This is where we got Los Garza then did a Spanish fly like maneuver, like by hold on to each other, but they end up let go and hit a moonsault right to the respective opponents, like with Elton Prince and Chris. No, it was Alex Shelley in the left side, while Chris Sabin and Kit Wilson was in the other in the bottom corner in the ringside area. But this is where everybody was down while they were slowly getting back up. This is where we got the partial powerful force and all of professional wrestling came on, which was the commercial break. This is where we got things went back to normal with Elton Prince going at it with what's his name Alex Shelley. This is where Pretty Deadly was taking turns, start fighting one another. This is where the Adverts came on, but this is where it ends up being what's his name? Alex Shelley starting the double team double hit them rather than getting double team, which was though close of getting hit with the signature maneuver that they were about to hit as a tag team until they finally got out of it, got both, strike two of them, like killing two birds with one stone or giving it a run for its money for that phrase. This is where we got him giving the big old hot tag to Chris Sabin. This is where then hit on a row, like going like left, right, top, bottom, front, and center. This is where then we got that's where then he went to the bottom right corner side, and Humberto Carrillo tried to attack, but he gets kicked right to the face. That's where he gets slide Hurricane Rana right into the diagonal corner, but this is where he ends up going to the opposite corner in the bottom left. This is where he gets back elbow, snapmared by Chris Sabin with him shouting out, "Let's go!" And then this is where then he hits a flying tornado DDT, which looks damn near a Super Ninja Austin signature maneuver. But this is where then Sabin tried to go for a pin, but this is where he gets denied by 2 point, what was it, like 7 if I'm mistaken. This is where then Sabin to try to attempt to go for a back suplex, which was unfortunately was countered by or flipped right out of by Berto. This is where then he flips right to the upper right corner side. Big, massive mistake because he gets tagged in by Elton Prince. This is where then we got Elton Prince attacks him from behind along with Berto. But this is where, Angel Garza did not appreciate what he did to his cousin, so he had to pop up I'll say tip kick. I don't know what's it called, but this is where Kit Wilson did not like how how Angel Garza did that to his partner Elton Prince. And I don't know why you're doing this, Trey. Like, can't you see Uncle SNA is doing this podcast? But this is where we got Kit Wilson and tried going for his version of, I guess, twist of fate, but this is where he put the knees right to the face. This is where we got Humberto Carrillo then hits a step up in Sagiri. Okay, that's enough. Quit doing that. No, no funny games like that right now. Find different kind of. No. You better not do it again. What did Uncle SNA just say? Don't do that.
I did that, Mama.
No. Stop! It's not. You think everything's a joke, and it's getting very nerve-wracking right now.
I won't do it.
Please stop.
I won't do it.
Anyways, never mind. Anyways, without any interruptions, stop doing that. Please stop. It's not a joke. Please. You know what? I have a better idea.
I can sit it down.
Stop doing that, please. It's not a funny joke. Anyways, this is where we got Berto then trying to go for a clothesline on Alex Shelley, or no, it was Chris Sabin. This is where he hits the flying head scissors right on out of the in the intersection, right running from the right corner side. Then we got Alex Shelley that was hanging on to the middle rope. Can you please turn it back on now? This is where we got Chris Sabin to go for that. Oh my father, Trey, why did you? acting like that. You're so wild.
That's enough.
Come on, please, Trey.
Okay.
No! Stop. This is where we got Chris Sabin and they're going. This is where we got Chris Sabin and picks up the legal opponent, which was I believe was Elton Prince. Where's the please stop playing games. You're throwing Uncle SNA off.
No.
You wouldn't like it if I start turning your lights off and on, like when you're in the room. Like if you watching like Ryan's World or turning off that like on the television. You wouldn't like that, like if Uncle Julian did that to you. So you gotta think about
you now.
Yeah, but like that's not polite. That's very rude.
I'm a monster right there.
Anyways. Well, any interruption. This is where the Motor City Machine Guns almost won and got Elton Prince into the what's that called in the Skull and Bones. This is where they got this is where it was that's where somehow Kid Wilson knock off what's his name Alex Shelley. This is where then we got Elton Prince then sneak went behind him, went right into like what they call a backslide. This is where he which is kind of the most devastating move in professional wrestling, which is kind of a surprise roll. Which they got the 1, 2, 3. They became a future #1 contender for DIY Tag Team Championships. But the thing is, it won't be on next week's SmackDown. Like, and let me know in the comments when do you think when that's gonna be. Do you think it's gonna be at WrestleMania, or do you think it's gonna be a different, or do you think it's gonna be a totally different like event? Which I think it could be WrestleMania because like whoever wins the tag, because we need to give that moment to Pretty Deadly and finally give that musical to my boy Simon Miller, so he won't be worried about it and moaning about it. No, stop doing that. No, quit. Stop playing. That's all you do. Stop. Please stop doing that. But anyways, this is where they shift gears and they showed like Jade Cargill revealed like who was possibly her attacker. But it's where we finally thought, no, don't be doing that. That's not funny. No, like you're the one that's hurting yourself because you're the one knocking it over. Stop. What's possessing you right now? Well, you're acting like it.
I'm standing back here.
Anyways, Assassinators. I hope you know. Stop. You're getting yourself in a sticky situation you don't want to get in. Stop. No. No. Quit playing around. Stop. Stop doing that.
You know what?
Stop.
On your podcast.
Stop doing that.
No.
You're rudely interrupting right now. Please. Stop.